Stick around for the full solo at the end of the video, and also a rare apology from me. So I've had loads of people message and say, love you another Brick in the Wall Part 2 solo sound that you did in the previous video, but I don't have a Les Paul with P90s, I've got a Strat. So how would you tweak your sound and make it work with the Strat? So in this video, I'm going to show you how. So here's me playing the original version with the Les Paul with P90s. I'm not going to play the whole thing, just a clip. That was from my other video, which you can check out. There'll be a link in the description and a card will appear above sometime now. Okay, so let's have a listen to the differences between these two. This is the P90 Les Paul, no plugins, no Amplitube or anything, just the raw sound of the guitar. And here's the Strat I just recorded. So quite clearly they're different. The P90 is a lot fatter, not as much top end. Let's have a look. I'm going to use the IK Multimedia T-Rex Master Match just to try and have a look at what the EQ differences are. So what I've done is I've actually loaded in as a reference here that Guitar 102 file, which is here. So I'm going to learn that as a reference, and then I'm going to play in the Strat soloed, learn source. Okay, so that's the solo played in. Let's hit match. All right, so I'm going to ignore some of the real lows and real highs. So if I was to now turn on the inserts on the Strat, and I'll do the same for the P90 one, and I'm going to turn off this master match because I don't want this to actually do any EQing. And if I bring in the Amplitube sound that I've got here that I used in my last video with the P90 Les Paul, which you can download, link is in the description. I can copy some of this EQ that I've got here to here so we can see how well that does. So I'm going to add in another EQ. I'm going to add in another 10-band graphic right at the beginning, after the gate, but before the first compressor. And what I'm looking at here is there's a bit less 50 Hertz. I don't really trust what's going on down here, and these are quite broad sort of frequency bands, but we could use a 31 band graphic if needed, or a parametric, something else, but I'm going to try it with this first. So it's saying a little bit around the 50 Hertz, so I'm just going to pull out a bit of that. That's probably more noise than anything else. So we're looking at about minus 5 in some of this. And then around about 2K it really drops, and then the rest of this I'd imagine is just sort of noise. So 2K sort of comes down almost sort of minus 8-ish. So, and then I'm going to give the level a bit of a boost going in. So sort of maybe 4 dB or something, a boost. So let's see what that sounds like now. that was kind of how I'd approach trying to use one guitar for another, you know, if I had to match them. If I didn't have to match them, obviously I'd just try and do the EQ by ear, but I would have the EQ pedal first thing in the chain, sort of emulating the level difference and the EQ of the original guitar. And then the rest of the sound just carries on as normal, because the rest of the sound is sort of reacting as if it was a Les Paul with P90s. I hope that is helpful. I had a few people ask me how they do if they had a Strat. Same principle if you have a Telecaster or a Les Paul with humbuckers or whatever guitar you're using. One gig I had to play that on a Supro because I broke a string right at the beginning of the song on the Les Paul. So luckily I swapped out. I had the Supro behind me, and that was a really good replacement actually. It was the one with the two pickups, the Supro with the two pickups on it. But anyway, I'm waffling now. I hope that helps, and yeah, please subscribe, please share, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. It's kind of ironic that during the recording of this video, I had something on my mic in the desk that I didn't notice that I had on before I started, and the mic was just covered in hiss all the way through. So I tried to trim out some of the noise, and it's made it sound a bit awful in places. So apologies for that. Kind of ironic, seeing as a lot of the content on my channel is about how to get decent sound, but we all make mistakes, and I was more interested in just getting this video out because people were asking me than necessarily checking all the settings. And now I've done it, the purpose of this video isn't to record a really nice sounding mic. So yeah, apologies for that, but whatever, live with it.